Good evening and welcome to Cabal HD. No, let's not do that. Hello people. Let's make sure we are definitely live. Twitch is still confusing the hell out of me, to be honest. It looks like we are. So, why am I not getting sound? Interesting. There we go. Right, good evening. We're going to be having a look at some of the information for the Invitational, the final of Season 1 and also the lineup for Season 2. But I did want to give the final one last little look before it all happened and we forget about it. So let's have a look at that first of all. The final of the First Division is going to be Academy Mad Markmail Undead against the Punishers, led by Blissful Fire, the Orc team. So these are the two teams that are announced. And the teams look like this. The Undead team look like this, funnily enough. So 1490 TV, 150k in the bank. We have Poncho the Mummy with Block Guard. Also one away from leveling up, which doesn't help him much in this last game, but it may actually help in Season 3 when we have the return of the heroes, if they do decide to come back. Carls the Mummy has Guard, Stand Firm, Grab, so nice scary mummy straight away. Both whites have Mighty Blow. We have a Ghoul with Blodge Leader, a Ghoul with Blodge, and a Ghoul with Blodge Sure Hands. Just the 3 ghouls out of possible 4, which is kind of interesting. The skeleton does have some SPP, but still hasn't managed to level, so it still sits there as a rookie. Then there are the 4 zombies, one of which has Tackle Strength Up, one of which has Tackle, one has Dirty Player, and one is a rookie. So this is how the team is going to look at the end, I guess. You could buy the last ghoul if he wants to, but I think it's going to make too much of an impact on his TV, so I can't see that happening. Orcs at 1540, so at the moment they have 50 TV difference, which is only a bit. Maybe the ghoul is worth it after all. Also quite a lot in the bank with 130k. So the orcs as they stand, we've got all 4 black orcs of course, one of which didn't quite manage to level, so he's still sitting there as a complete rookie. The other 3 do have block. All 3 of them could potentially level up this game. All the SPP has gone to the blitzers of course. We have a Mighty Blow Tackle Guard piece, a Guard Stand Firm with minus movement, a Mighty Blow Jumper Piling On, who is a particularly scary blitzer, I must admit, I played them last game, and Strength Tackle Stand Firm. The thrower has Blodge, and then the 3 linemen are rookies, one of which is Niggled. They both have 12 players. They're both mostly maximized in terms of positionals. The teams are actually fairly balanced, though I think the mummies, being as impressive as they are going to cause Blissful Fire some problems. So let's have a look at what actually happened in their route to the final then. So the orcs, they had their first 4 games of course against friendly formats, and they played Dark Elves, Necromantic, Kislev and Nurgle. In a division themselves, they managed to put down the Necromantic team. The Wood Elf team did beat them. They managed to defeat the Amazons. They took down the Ogres, but only just, and they managed to beat the Vampires as well. In the final, they won on aggregate in their first round against Khemri. In the second round, also on aggregate against Lizards, and they managed to knock out the Norse in the final round before this one. So definitely a tough old path to the final for Blissful Fire. And doing the same for Mad Academy and his team then. Markmail and his team, sorry. So the 4 friendly games, we had a game against Amazons, Orcs, the Things, I'm not sure what they are, and Chaos. What were the Things? The Things were Noble, okay. And then in his round, he managed to lose to the Lizards, though he did put down the Halflings. He put down the Underworld, he lost to Skaven, and he beat the Bretonnians. And on his route to the final, he won both games against the Dark Elves, and he won 1, drew 1 against the Wood Elves, and put the Underworld away again in the final round. So that's how Markmail got here. The final as it stands, it has been said to me that it will probably be taking place on Friday. The plan is that I will be casting this final with the help of Chris J and Herringsword. both as co-hosts, and we'll be watching this game. So one member of each of the leagues that were invited will be involved in some way in the final, and of course, me, myself. That's it for the final. Just gonna have a quick look at chat when I'm at it. Doesn't look like there is chat, so that's fine. Okey-doke. Right, so we're gonna have a look at Season 2 and have a look at the teams that are actually all a part of this little division here. So if anyone is chat, then by all means leave your comments as well when we're looking at the second season. But here we go then. So there are 6, 7, A to G. There are 7 divisions of 6, which is a bit of an awkward number. The KO will be decided mostly by the top member of each division will automatically go through, and then after that I'll be looking at scores to fill up the rest of the groupings. Originally I wanted to have a 32-man KO, but there aren't really that many coaches, so I'll think about that this week and confirm exactly how many players are going to be in the KO at the end of it. Though at the moment we're going to assume that it's still 32, though I may drop it to 16, so just keep that in mind. But let's have a look at what we got then. Starting of course with A, because I had to shuffle teams around a little bit, unfortunately the order is a little bit wrong on the page. And of course some teams haven't yet accepted their tickets, but we can still have a look at all the teams as they stand. So in Division A we've got a necromantic team, underworld denizens, wood elves, high elves, undead and human, and quite a mix of coaches here actually. So let's have a look at Meshuggah and his necromantic team sitting in Division A first of all. The Howling Hairballs relive at Dead Rock. So spent up to 980, 20k left in the bank. 2 rerolls. We've got both werewolves of course, Rat and Cinderella. We've got both flesh golems, Dokken and Warrant. We've got both whites of course, Motley Cruel, very nice, and Accept. And then we've got White Snake the zombie, Black Snake the zombie, Poison with a Z. I'm going to go for Striper and Ringer the zombies. It looks like they're actually mostly named after power metal bands, but I may be wrong about that, so I'll leave that to you guys' imagination. Pretty standard necromantic team here, nothing too exciting. No cheerleaders, no coach system, nothing else particularly exciting. So that's how the necromantics look. Then we have Second Rate Skaven, which is a name I really like for an underworld team, I must admit. There's a bit of chat there, but okay, I'll check in chat with a second. So Second Rate Skaven, one day I'll build my own gutter runner. Very nice. Alright then, also 980 TV. 3 team murals we've gone for here. Warpstone Troll, of course, Wanna Be a Rat Ogre, sorry. Skaven Blitzer, actually better. And Skaven Blitzer, easy CPOM. Absolutely, can't deny that. Thrower still bad, AG free passing lol. Promoted to positional, Line Rats Master Race. So that's the Skaven and Troll side of the underworld. And then the Goblins want to be Gutter Runner. Taking the Line Rat slot, not even a secret weapon. I see. Gutter Runner 0 turn touchdown, throw teammate 0 turn touchdown. Not even good foulers, and at least we look cool. That's somewhat debatable, but I'll give you the cool look. Alright then. No Apothecary, of course, to start off with. Fairly standard for the underworld team. We've just gone full positionals, 3 rerolls. No problem there. Have some stuff from chat, so let's do a little bit of catch up there. Hello to all of you. God, that's a lot of people. Hello, more people than I'm used to. We're baffled from your wisdom. Okay, I'm not sure if that's good or not. Dead Rock is a play on Red Rock, which is a classic venue for music outside Denver. Fair enough. Thank you for the clarification then. Nice names. Formerly it's glam metal, and thanks. Good morning to you too. Geber, 0 turn touchdown is 1 turn touchdown. Yes. Okay, fair enough. It's an O, not a 0. And cool names as well. Yeah. Thanks, Geber. Thanks for the clarification there too. Once you undo them. And his Wood Elves. Delicate Little Pansies. Nice name again. With Let Me Be Your Fantasy. Alright then. And we've gone for classic rock music as well. So, 2 rerolls. Stairway to Hell, Highway to Heaven, Slow Ride, Lagrange, Painted Black, Good Day to Die, Living on the Edge, Chop Suey. Kind of feels like it doesn't belong in this group. Should I Stay, Should I Go, and Big Balls of Fire. 1 catcher, 2 war dancers, 2 rerolls. Everyone's gone for a standard build so far. That's kind of disappointing, but sure thing. Nothing too exciting in the Wood Elf team then. Basically what you expect from Welves. We have a nice little name at least, and of course led by Undo, so they are destined to do all kinds of crazy things. And then we got Rorn with the High Elves, which is a strange combination actually, I find. But if Rorn was here, I'm sure he'd tell us more. First and only, he's also known as. For Shannara, the Elves of Shannara. What do we got then? 1 reroll. Oh dear. 1 Apothecary. Because you can't have more than 1 Apothecary, of course. That's a stupid thing to say. Yeah, I'd drop the Apothecary and take a reroll if it was me. So, both Blitzers, Ard, Patronel, and Hunter Pred. A Thrower, Orin Stride. Catcher called Court. Gale, Dal, Darden, Dane, Dilf, Kerin, Katzin. The Line Elves. Well, I was complaining that everything was standard. This definitely is not standard. I would personally either drop the Thrower, replace him with a standard piece and take the second reroll, or drop the Apothecary for the second reroll. But your team, of course. So up to you what you do with that information. Yeah, there's the High Elves. Alright then, and the last 2 teams, we've got an Undead team, led by Dark Shadows, Dresden Files. He's proving himself quite an expert in all things undead, as he's only played undead teams, I think, and all the time I've seen him. 3 team rerolls. Skeleton, I like him already. 3 zombies. Turncoat, Small Favor, White Knight, Proven Guilty. Both whites, Full Moon and Stormfront. 3 ghouls, Deadbeat, Death Masks, Blood Rites. And both mummies, of course, Summer Night and Grave Peril. Great name. So, that's what we got for the Undeads, led by Dark Shadows. And we've got one more team here, the Old Navy Reserves. Old Navy Reserve 11, led by Gingerbread Man. Any port in a storm. Exactly 1000 TB, as were the Undead team just before this. Yeah, I'm going to say relatively standard build here. 3 team rerolls, we got the Ogre Live, not sure. Edward Hawke, Francis Drake, Horatio Nelson, and Robert Blake, all fantastic choices for Blitzer. Humphrey Gilbert, the Thrower, John Benbow, the Catcher, the Catcher, and Richard Howe, the Catcher. Martin Frobisher, George Anson, and Samuel Barrington, all linemen. Very nice team. I like the fact that the majority of the faces kind of look pirate-like as well. That's just a kind of interesting touch there, but sure thing. So that's how Division A looks. And I can't really look past Wood Elves for an advancement from this group, but yeah, I'm going to be saying this a lot, I think, but this is a tough field. To be fair to you guys, though, you do have a couple of relatively new coaches, so you may have some, I don't want to say soft, but some slightly inexperienced opposition, so that might go in your favour. I also know that Gerber has quite a big reputation for destroying opposition teams, and Underworld are quite good at that, so I wouldn't be surprised if everybody comes out of this a little bit broken and bloodied. But it's going to be good to see some action from Division A here. And going back to chat then, we've got Rorn, who is the High Elves, indeed has a non-orthodox style. And Gerber says, I would say I believe in my coaching skill, but I'm also playing Underworld. And you overestimate my power of stupidity. Freudian slip there with the underestimate, I'm sure. Alright then, let's move on to B. All 6 teams have accepted. Well done, guys. I'm actually in this one as well, so okay. All 5 have accepted, because of course I accepted as soon as I made it. So we've got ogres, we've got Amazons, chaos, dark elves, humans, and vampires. So the second human team is already gone. Both human teams are in A and B. Let's have a look at what we got then, starting with my ogre team. The ogre eaters. How else you think we get so fat? Yeah. I've gone for 4 ogres, lots of noblars, and 3 team rerolls with an apothecary. I haven't actually looked at this team in a while. Right, I've gone for a artillery and ammunition team theme here, I guess. So we got cannon, catapult, ballista, and trebuchet, the ogres. Frequent flyer, bolt, ball, ammo, birdshot, cartridge, bullet, arrow, shell for the noblars. So there we go. I've had quite a lot of practice with noblars, of course, in Nobbol, but this is more ogres than I'm used to. I'm used to the 1 ogre build, so I don't know how I'm going to do with ogres that are actually supposed to be ogres. We'll see when it comes down to it. Then we have Doc Mark and his Amazon Cannibal Roses. It's an interesting name for sure. So, 3 rerolls and Apothecary. Both catches. Wow, okay, so Sheena the Punk Rocker, Black Betty Bambalam, but Bambalam, sure. Proud Mary, and Melancholy. Oh dear, very good. I'm not going to look too hard at the melon part, but sure, Melancholy, sure thing. So 4 blitzers. Mustang Sally, My Sharona, Billie Jean, Ruby Tuesday, Roxanne Redlight, and Mary Winquai, the line women. And Whole Lotta Rosie and Ava Adore as catchers. Lots of rock music in these opening groups here, though I guess is kind of to be expected with our age range and what's basically going on. And moving back to chat then, Undo says underestimate, yeah. Just proving the point A. Zons with no dwarfs or Norse to counter, not going to be fun for the rest of the div. It's alright, my ogres will destroy every last one of them. And for others in chat, okay, sure thing. I'm not in chat, so I'll leave that as a chat part. Awesome. Next up we got Chris J. I think I've been matched with Chris J in pretty much every division recently, but no problem. Chris J, his pink chaos and the Rivertown Daisies. 3 chaos hugs every match. Yeah. Chaos are well known for love and hugging. 3 team rerolls. We've got Cranky Camellia, Punchy Petunia, Rigid Rosemary, and Hasty Heather. Sounds like it's kind of a dating history, but okay. Jasmine Antler, Cedar Horn, Yarrow Spike, Sorrel Prong, Petal Knob, Basil Fork, and Saffron Nibs. So 4 Chaos Warriors. The rest Beastmen, 3 team rerolls. Standard Chaos setup, really. Not much more to say about that. Chaos are an interesting choice for Chris J. He is kind of a bashy coach, but yeah, I'm a bit surprised by the Chaos choice, actually. And then we got Ciso, just to let you guys know, Ciso doesn't speak English, so bear with her if you are playing her. She is friendly, but she doesn't speak English, so just keep that in mind. So, Ciso, the Witch Elf, she's put herself as the team captain. 3 blitzers, Halfhill, Farnane, Ridgerun, and then all linemen, and they're all kind of, no, that's fine, okay. Lythar, Lanuel, Nalrel, Maf Brior, Beth Brior, Sidis, and Canyon, I guess would be the pronunciation. 2 team rerolls, no apothecary. Straight for the witch, free blitzer build. I like it. That shows a little bit of experience with Dark Elves, actually, though I don't have experience of Ciso outside of Nobbol, so I've never seen her play properly. I don't know how good or not she may be. I've heard good things though, so I'll leave it at that. And Andes is back. I'm really happy to have Andes back. He was taking a bit of a hiatus from Blood Bowl, but good to have him back and in our league and in my division. Ad astra per espada is the Imperator's motto. And we've got Gaio Guerrero Cesar, Marco Antonio Tiberio Claudio Neron, and Lucio Domizio Enobarbo, the Blitzers, Tito Flavio Vespasino, Pespiano, the Thrower, Anio the Ogre, Marco Aurelio Commodore, the Catcher, Gaio Vibio the Catcher, Tito Flamio Doniziano, Tito Aurelio Fulvio, and Publio Elio Adriano. Thank you, Andes, for making me make a fool of myself. Appreciate it. 2 team rerolls and an apothecary. So 2 catchers, ogre, thrower. Very positional heavy human start, but Andes is good with humans. I know that for a fact, so definitely not going to dismiss him as a real contender in this league, even with a team that most people write off immediately. I'll come back to chat after each division. I think I'll do that instead. So, having a look at Saima, more commonly known, or Papillon 47, as he's known in game, and his vampires. He is a vampire specialist, and that is a really nice kit, actually. I don't know why. Mustard yellow sounds like a really bad idea for a kit, but I really like that. Blood of the Dragons runs through our veins. 970 TV, 14 rerolls, 3 vampires. Aporash, the Red Duke, and Wallach Harkin. Well, the Red Duke is from the Total War universe. Maybe they all are. I'm not too familiar with the... Yeah, I'm not too familiar with the vampire lore, actually. And Benito de Luca, Treinelo, Avaros, Julius Suthen, Le Duc, Erasmo de Curcio, Telio Bravo, Marcus Vitel, and Montano, the Thralls. So, look and learn if you want to get some hints and advice with vampires, because Saima is a real good coach of them. So, this is how you start a team, leading your way to victory, apparently. Alright, then after B, let's have a quick look at chat. Standard names finally. What's the point if you just have boring names? Yeah, it's all about names with memes around them. Yeah, there is that, but well, not everybody is into that kind of thing, so I tend to let it go and enjoy what I see. In terms of B, well, there's a few, well, there's 2 fairly unknowns. I've played Doc Mark in the past, but I haven't seen him with Amazons, and I haven't seen CISO outside of Noble. Depending on how the Chaos develop as well, but I actually like Andes and Saima in this group. As it stands, I think those 2 have a good chance of advancing. And I have a good chance of losing a lot of Noblars, so there is that. But I get to throw Noblars at problems, which is going to be a lot of fun. So my job is mostly going to be to make sure the team at the bottom limps off the pitch when I'm done with them. That's going to be my main goal, I guess, in this division as it stands, because that's some tough opposition for my ogres, actually. Quick drop in with Zons will have a field day. Yeah, I kind of agree, but like I say, Doc Mark is fairly unknown, so I won't quite punt for him. I think they're going to have a tough game against the humans if they have them quite late as well. But otherwise, yes, I agree. Okay, in Division C, we got Elf Union, Dwarf, Anime Rejects, Dwarfs, Undead, Chaos Dwarfs, 2 lots of Dwarfs here, Kislev and Nurgle in this group. Let's have a look at Stauticus then. Stauticus was of course one of the finalists in Season 1 with his Skaven. They did pretty well. And the Anime Rejects, Exponential Smugness. Nice name, like it. Oh, would you look at these? That's really nice. Okay, so we got 2 catchers, thrower, and 2 blitzers, 3 rerolls. Nothing too exciting in this group either. Irrational Ego, Quadratic Pride, Primed Pompousness, Signed Arrogance, Consigned Conceit, Squared Self-Worth, Cubed Confidence, Derived Ostentation, Square-Rooted Gall, Derived Ostentation, and Binomial Pretension. Did you make this team just because I have a British accent? Is that the reason you wanted me to say all these words in a British accent? Not sure. Anyway, nothing overly exciting in this group, though we do have a David Bowie. There we go. Square-Rooted Gall is David Bowie. And other than that, all the Anime Rejects are pretty much as you'd expect them to be. Alright then. Next up, Haringzord and his Dwarfs. Well, Haringzord made it all the way to the quarterfinals with Ogres, so the fact he's playing Dwarfs this season is a real scary one, actually. Little guys can play ball too. I would have thought that Little guy is the kind of herring sword specialty, so interesting motto there. And the Fowlin Glow Borderless. Nice. Okay then, so both Troll Slayers, both Runners, both Blitzers. And no Farmer. I mean Death Roller. So, 3 team rerolls. Shaquille O'Steal is Troll Slayer, and Yao Sting is Troll Slayer. Steph Scurry and Michael Scorden are Runners. LeBron Mames and Lowly Bryant are Blitzers. Jerk Nowitzki, Vince Martyr, Tim Drunken, Kevin Darnett, and Paul Fierce are all Longbeards. Nice looking dwarf team. I feel really sorry for the Elven Union team already, to be honest. They've had a bit of a rough draw here. C has been tagged as the toughest field by a lot of people though, so we'll see what happens in that regard. Mego is also a Herringswood and Mego are both returners from season 1 as well. And Mego's gone for Undead. It's the second Undead team, is it? No, the first team was Necromantic. It's the first Undead team actually, isn't it? So 3 team rerolls. And we've gone for, interesting, a range of gods and creatures from different mythologies. Sure thing. So, Hades the Mummy and Anubis the Mummy. 2 Kings of the Underworld. Cool. Hel the White, Erebus the White, Sekka the Ghoul. Mictlantecuhtli the Ghoul, Banshee the Zombie, Shinigami the Zombie, Aita the Zombie, Aoron the Zombie, and Nephitis the Zombie. 970. Yeah, it's... Oh, sorry, Nephitis is a skeleton, so good. We've got a skeleton on this team. It is the second undead team then. Sorry, yes, definitely. Dark Shadows was the first. So we've had both undead teams. Both undead teams have a skeleton. To be honest, if you're in my league and you didn't have a skeleton, then I may consider kicking you out, so I'm glad you both have a skeleton. That's really good news. Then we've got Chaos Dwarfs of Manasatra. I'll catch up with chat in a second, in case you are all screaming at me that I've said something wrong. Snow White's Nightmare. Yeah, there's a dwarf missing for Snow White's Nightmare, but okay. Maybe that's the nightmare. Ha. An apple, fair lady. 2 team rerolls and Apothecary. All dwarf blockers. All 6 dwarf blockers. Both bull centaurs. 3 hobgoblins. I didn't know you could do that with 1,000 actually, but there we go, we can. So, Snow White has a very nice beard. And Doc, of course, is one of the 7 dwarfs. He's taken the part of the other bull centaur. Grumpy, Happy, Sleepy, Sneezy, Bashful, Dopey are, of course, the Chaos Dwarfs. Kind of feel like that's the wrong face for Grumpy. That should have been Grumpy, but maybe we're going for irony. Sleepy is the blue guy, sure. Sneezy is the guy who doesn't have a mustache, makes perfect sense. Yeah, I can imagine he's quite bashful, and Zopey is Dopey. Yeah, sure. And Hi-Ho-Hi are the hobgoblins. Very nice. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Good, right, and then the invited teams. We've got Goodbye to Gravity, which is D-Man. So, the first of our admins. Oh no, Chris J. We've already seen Chris J. The second of our admins. We Can Fly, you wish. Should be a question mark. And we've got the Russian prisoner escapee circus here. So, all 4 blitzers, a catcher and then lineman, with of course 2 team rerolls. Wow, that's a brave build. Okay then, going up, over the moon, shooting star, flying with eagles, high flyer, hunting with vultures, Piotr the pilot. I just clicked on him, sorry. Back. The Romanov Raven, Oleg the Owl, High as a Kite, and Konstantin the Crow. It'd be really interesting to see how well this build goes actually with all 4 blitzers. That's an impressive opener. And Pick Your Poison of Evil Alive the Noble team finally in this division. Also 1000 TB exactly, 2 team rerolls. We've got Botulinum Toxin, the Beast of Noble, Belladonna, the Pestible, Formaldehyde, the Rotter, Aconite, the Rotter, Mercury the Rotter. Not sure how to pronounce that, the Noble Warrior. Polonium the Rotter. Arsenic the Warrior. Digoxin the Rotter. Cyanide with an exclamation mark. The Noble Warrior. I guess actually you could actually call it cyanide because of cyanide. Huh. And VX, the Noble Warrior. So that's how the Noble team stands. That's all the teams for Division C. Let's do a quick catch up with chat. Oh god, there's a lot of chat. Sure, right. So Herringswald is playing Dwarfs. Much love. These Dwarfs usually have AV7 though. Yeah. They're usually called halflings as well, so sometimes they have AV6 even. And they tend to mount Niggles as well, good to know. Nice NBA names. Yeah, they were actually for that team. 2 ghouls, not a fan. I prefer the 2 ghouls build personally, but sure. We'd like to see a 3rd ghoul instead of a zombie or the skelly. No, can't get rid of the skelly. It's a 2 reroll start, that's why a lot of coaches avoid it. Yeah. The Eppo's nice. No fly with 2 rerolls. 2 reroll Kislev is mental. Not ordering your players. I'm fine with not ordering your players, don't worry. And you can't use cyanide, it's a banned word. Yeah, that's what I thought. Right, so having a look at this division then. I can't really look past Herringswald, honestly, though I would like to, because there's a lot of coaches I have a lot of respect for in this division, but I see Herringswald topping this quite comfortably. I can see Staudicus having a really tough old game, tough old season, especially if he gets the Dwarfs early. And Kislev are going to take a bit of pain. I like the Dwarf and Nurgle teams here, though Undead can never be overwritten, so... I don't know, this division is pretty wide open, to be honest. A lot of very talented coaches and a lot of very dangerous teams, so looking forward to seeing some games from Division C for sure. On to Division D then, let's have a quick look at chat again. Mega is also really good, he is. He and Herringswords probably have the edge. Yeah, Mego had a really tough time with his vampires last season, though I can imagine with a more serious team he would be quite the coach. But okay, let's move on to D. Just 4 more to go, sorry. So 5 or 6 have accepted, alright. We got Norse, the other dwarf team, Skaven, the other High Elf team, the other Kislev team, and the other Amazon team. Alright then. Start off with Darth Physicist, Children of the Manicorn. They are kind of pink. They look very Manicorn-esque. If you don't know what Manicorn is, then just go into my Discord channel and ask Darth to show you, and you will get a picture that will scar you for life. Party like a unicorn, farting glitter rainbows. Fantastic. Okay then, we got Papa Bear and Teddy Bear, the Ulfariners. We've got Manicorn and Unicorn Man, the Berserkers. Sexual Chocolate with 2 X's, the Runner. Mr. Gimp, the Lineman, who looks the least gimpy of all the Norse you could choose. Beautiful Bruce, the Lineman. Larry Loves Leather, the Lineman. Sensual Simon, Oiled Lorenzo, and Fabulous Frank. Fabulous Frank. 3 team rerolls. Yeah, fairly standard Norse setup without the Yeti, of course. And I don't think you're going to need the Yeti, to be honest, in the division you're in, so that's not such a bad choice. Yeah, I'll take that as a starting team for sure. Norse are a bit of a shock for me for Darth Physicist, actually, though he tends to be a Chaos Dwarf and kind of slow-moving, punchy team, so interesting choices there. And 130, I don't know if you're still in chat, but we're on to your team. The Dwarf team, the Drought Punks, one more time. Nice motto, nice motto. Play on Daft Punks. So, 3 team rerolls. And yeah, it really is a play on Daft Punk, I see. So, Television, the Troll Slayer. Rules the Nation, the Troll Slayer. Aerodynamic, my favorite Daft Punk song. The Runner. Voyager, the Runner. Around the World, the Blitzer. Technologic, the Blitzer. Work it, make us harder. The Longbeards. Work it, make it, do it, make us. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, anyway. So, standard dwarf team again. I'm not actually a big fan of 3 rerolls on dwarves, but that's just me personally. Otherwise, both dwarf teams are mirrors of each other, if I remember rightly. They have the exact same setup. So, alright. And Orgoloff, better known as Doom, with his Skaven team. And his B kit. So, 3 team rerolls and Apothecary starting off. Okay. Oh no, that's fairly standard, sorry. No, I'm going pretty mad there. I was missing the Storm Vermin, but they are there, of course. So, we have a lineman in position 1, called Bat. Ikch. Mintrop Raptide is a gutter runner. Lashangle Vif is a gutter runner. Jumbik is a gutter runner. Fitvois Rognu is a Storm Vermin. Toilk is a Storm Vermin. He is a lineman. Jumbler Trap is a lineman. Lixorti d'Enfer is a lineman. Poulet Rapide is a lineman. Nerad Venom, yeah, it's a lineman. And Liech is a lineman. Kind of surprised by no thrower in a Doom team, to be honest, but otherwise not too surprising for a rat team, I guess. A lot of Skaven coaches don't like throwers, I know, but there we go. And gone straight for the Apothecary. Yeah, interesting. Drop the bench for the Apothecary health. It's not a bad choice, really. So Speedy and Gonzalez was the team name as well. I didn't say that. Monkey Chunks and his High Elves. Another returning coach from last season, and that's a very bright team, the Mighty Meteors, as opposed to the Celestial Comets. So we got 1 catcher, 2 blitzers, thrower, 2 team rerolls. Alian Galathala, the lineman. Celeron Hadilinius, the lineman. Celador Elenalon, the lineman. Talnorlarin Elenathir, the lineman. Baranian Telfanthor, the lineman. Erugilder, bloody hell, yeah, all these people. This guy the catcher, this guy the blitzer, this guy the blitzer, and this guy the thrower. I kind of feel like they are cyanide names, actually. They don't look like they've been chosen. Or maybe I'm just having a really slow moment and I can't see the link. I'm sure chat will be slapping themselves if they can see it. Then we have Varkson, who was also in the quarterfinals of last season. The second Kislev team, nothing can stop us, the means of production. Yeah, okay. So 14 team rerolls and Proletariat is every single member of the team. 2 blitzers, 2 catchers, the rest linemen. That's a more standard setup, I guess, for Kislev. Interesting to see how the two do side by side, though. I mean, I'm a big fan of a Kislev blitzer, but they're not safe enough to buy all 4 at once for the price. It's a strange choice on D-Man's side, but we'll see what happens there. And the last team in this group then, before I go back to chat, we've got the second of the Amazon teams, Weaves, Hesiods, Harlots. Come on, there we go. 3 team rerolls and the Apothecary starting off. Both throwers, both catchers, all 4 blitzers, and 3 linewomen. This is my kind of Amazon team. Though I'm not actually a big fan of both throwers and both catchers starting off when I think about it. Eventually, yes, but starting off, that's kind of bizarre. But alright, we'll see what happens with this. So, Gaia and Tethys, the throwers. Hemera and Thesis, the catchers. Aculus, Murai, Nyx, and Ananke, the blitzers. Nesoi, Thalassa, and Thea, the linewomen. So a little bit more Greek mythology there. It's nice actually that you've managed to get 11, mostly female, some of them arguably female and male, but mostly female characters from mythology. Got to give you credit there where credit is due. Oh, computer's getting a little bit laggy. If I suddenly cut out, it's because my computer blew up. But hopefully not. Let's try and get back. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. No, okay, well I'm in chat anyways, let's have a quick look. Okay, so good old Darth, yes, absolutely. If I complete the list, stronger will be a death roller. That makes perfect sense to me. Free gutter runners, yes. Throwers are pretty bad, but it does depend on playstyle, absolutely. Not taking all gutter runners is crazy if you ask me, I agree. If you don't do 2 catches, you're better off to throw the thrower and go for 3 rerolls. Standard names on high elves. Fuck you mad. This is going to be hell for admin games too. And 4 rerolls for Kislev is logical. Yes, it is. I wasn't taking away from the 4 rerolls as a logical option. Right then, in this group, well, I haven't played all of these coaches. That makes it quite difficult, actually. Oh no, I haven't played Weave, sorry. I haven't played Weave, but I've played every other coach. And Doom only in Nobbal, when I think about it. I mean, I like 130 with his dwarves, for sure. Doom and Skaven just don't seem to add up for me, so I don't see that going overly well. And it's hard to look past Varksen in general, but playing Kislev, I think he's going to struggle. I also like Darth Physicist's Norse, though Norse and Darth Physicist don't really compute in my mind. Weave is another coach that I've never really seen play badly, so as long as the dwarves don't completely destroy him, I think that Weave has a good chance of getting out of this group as well, depending on how many spots I give in the KO in the end. But that's it for D. Before I move on to E, let's have a look at chat again, see if we have anything new. No, we don't. Alright then, we'll move on to Division E. And this is another division that has accepted all of his tickets, though it wasn't one I had to reset, so I am thankful, but yeah, I would have been a bit annoyed actually if you hadn't. So we've got Chaos Dwarves, Nurgle, Wood Elf, Chaos, Necromantic, and Orc. I think this is our first Orc team. The rest are all the second version of each of these teams. So let's start off with Nerdfrog and his Made in Zarnagrund, Forged in Hellfire. That's a very light Chaos Dwarf kit, but sure thing. 3 team rerolls, no Apothecary yet, both Bull Centaurs, 5 Chaos Dwarfs, and 4 Hobgoblins. Right, okay, so we've got Poindexter Hammerfall, the Bull Centaur, and Knuckle Stronghoof, the Bull Centaur, Aron Skullweave, the Chaos Dwarf, Pepe Tinted Skull, the Chaos Dwarf, Trianor Goldbar, Grand Tacklehurt, and Zostreet Gatekeeper, all dwarfs. Grot Foulpiss, nice name. Trope Trodammer, the Hobgoblin, Crass Bonesplitter, and Schlav Bentfinger. That's a nice name, isn't it? Schlav. Just kind of rolls off the tongue. Grot Foulpiss, that's definitely the most, quite literally, in-your-face name I've seen so far. Sorry, I didn't mean to click that. So, it's the Chaos Dwarfs as they stand. I prefer the other Chaos Dwarf team as the starter, but wouldn't write off Nerdfrog, he's a very good coach. Then Carlo Sips, one of our semi-finalists from the First Division, with Underworld, no less. With his Nurgle this time, totally fun team, at Carlo Sips Discord. Okay, sure, some free advertising for Carlo Sips, I don't mind though, that's fine. 2 team rerolls. The king of the party is Beast of Nurgle. Serious guy, the Nurgle warrior. Not so serious guy, funny guy, and not so funny guy, the Nurgle warriors. Popular guy, the Pestigore. Fanboy 123, fanboy on drugs, and cringy fanboy, the Rotters. I approve. I like that a lot. Good call, good call. No complaints from the Nurgle team there. Then we got Poncho with Wood Elves. That is a scary combination, if ever I've seen one. So, trading AV for power. Fantastic coach, Poncho. Absolutely fantastic. He's made, I think, every ICBBL playoff so far in Steel. So, Malil and Relaeth, the War Dancers. This is a very heavy, positional heavy starter, but okay. All 4 catches. Akerfin, Irelin, Gwendhain, and Elwyn. And the linemen Altonathane, Daemar, Brishain, Naelovir, and Acorn Wen, which all sound like Wood Elf Cyanide names, but maybe I'm missing something again. 1 team reroll. It's a brave starter, though it can potentially go very well or potentially backfire for him, so I'm not necessarily against the idea, but I'm a bit surprised actually. Poncho is quite a sensible coach, so I'm surprised by that setup. Mr. Cheese, more commonly known as Aluchor or Aluchor in Discord. Ce nom de quid aconsens is the team motto. We got the exact same setup as the last Chaos team: 4 warriors, 7 beastmen, and 3 team rerolls. Alu Gore, Point No Go Blank, Ciso Gore, Poncho Gore, Marky Gore, Sir Gordness, Gorgeon, Storm Rider, Rayon Le Surfer, Nerdfrog, Pointsters, and Doom the Deaf. These are all based on the guys from Mad Academy. They've all been named in this team, but given Beastman or Chaos style names. Very well done, sir. Very well done. And then our last admin, Blissful Fire, with Regen Please, the second Necromantic team. Come on, give me some zombies. Okay, don't ask for much. 2 team rerolls. We've got Rebirth and Regeneration, the werewolves. Reconstruction, Reclamation, the fresh golems. Born Again and Metamorphosis, the whites. And Doomed for Ding, Going, Perishing, Decaying, the zombies. Yeah, I like that. Even Necromantic team has taken a ghoul, which quite happy about. So they've both gone for fairly standard Necromantic setups there. Not too much difference between the 2 teams. And lastly in this group then we've got Rumblebee, who I've heard nothing but good things about, but I've never played him or seen him play, so he is an unknown for me, though I've only heard good things. So, Starry Fight, the Orc team, gonna paint the town red, they say, wearing blue. So, 2 team rerolls. We've got painters, cool. 4 blitzers, Van Hoch for the jugular. Okay, Van Gogh for the jugular, sure, it actually works if you mispronounce his name, sure. Goya O'Keefe, Andy Warhorn, Jackson Polax, they're all blitzers. Leonardo the Mincemeat, the Black Orc, Donakillo, the Black Orc, Raphael, the Black Orc, Mangliangelo, the Black Orc, Clobber Monet and Rembrandt, the lineman, and Salvador Dali, the thrower. Very nice. Very nice, Rumblebee. I approve. Nice orc team. Alright, well, let's have a quick dive into chat then. Yeah, Gerber says, Dwarf should have a nice soft division here. Yeah. So much AV7, 1 reroll Wood Elves and no thrower for leader. Yep, it is a bit of a bizarre choice, but I like it, to be honest. I'm finding it hard to look past Poncho in this division, but I don't trust his starting setup, so it really depends on how his games go. And otherwise, I quite like the Chaos Dwarfs as well. And I like the Orcs, actually. The Chaos Dwarfs and the Orcs, I think, are my favourites, though Nurgle and Necromantic, and of course Wood Elves can't be written off. Chaos depends on how well they develop, as always. Though I like Orcs and Chaos Dwarfs in Division E here. Alright then, on to F. Nearly there. I've still got over half my coffee. That doesn't happen very often. Alright then. 5 of 6 teams have accepted in F. That's good. We got our first, and I think our only, actually, Lizardman team. We got our second Skaven team. We've got our first Khemri team. Second Underworld team. Second Norse team. And... interesting. Why is there a team missing from F? Alright, let's have a look. Bear with me one sec. I don't know why that slot is empty. Let's see who's missing here. And why. Invitational Season 2. Computers deciding to be slow as always when they actually needed to speed up. I mostly want to make sure who's missing just so I know to invite them more than anything else. I may even do it right now in front of you guys. Alright, that's going to take a little second. I'll come back to that in a little bit then, so I don't just keep you waiting here looking at the screen. So let's have a look at the Cold Blood Lizardmen led by Storm Raider, whose motto is difficult to say. 2 team rerolls, Croxigore, All Saurus, no, 5 Saurus. Why? 5 Saurus, 5 Skink Croxigore build. Huh, okay, sure. Right, so we've got Croglefer, the Croxigore, Poke de Despoir, the Saurus, Mundi de Paulacha, the Saurus, Carnozolt, Tehekailt, Hodeswell, sorry, the Saurai, all of them there. Mindakoit, the Skink, Kotza, Tlandelub, Laub, Mundi, Dulac, and Haus, which sounded more German than French, but never mind. The Skinks. Interesting. Do they keep changing the price of pieces? Because I'm fairly sure you can get Croxigore, 6 Saurus, Skinks, and 2 rerolls for 1,000. I'm pretty sure that at least used to be the case. So I'm a bit surprised by that. Okay. And I can also find out at the same time who is missing from Division F. Let's have a quick look. Mark Mail's Orcs, I guess. Why? I don't know. There's no Orc team here, is there? No, okay. Let's quickly invite Mark Mail back then. I don't know why the team isn't in it. I'm actually sure that I sent the invitation as well, so I'll check afterwards why not, but I will resend the ticket just to be safe. Maybe it just got deleted by mistake. That's always an option. Anyway, so after the lizards, we've got Mint Pixie Dust in game with his Skaven, the Sparkle Rats, and Shiny, and of course they're pink because it's mint. And this is a more sensible Skaven team. Apothecary, 3 team rerolls, Thrower, 4 Gutter Runners, 2 Blitzers. Yeah, like this team much better. We've got Scalp's Creep, Thrower, Fitim the Quick. Are these normal names? These are all normal names, aren't they? Okay, I'm not going for normal names, that's fine. So, 2 Blitzers, all 4 Gutter Runners, and Thrower, 3 team rerolls, Apothecary for the Skaven here. Looking good. Looking good. Okie doke. And Hummersep, team not made. Oh dear. Rusty and Dusty. I can't see Rusty nor Dusty. No team motto. And they've got 1,000k in the bank. Isn't that a shock? Well then, interesting team. On to James Typhoon then, and his Underworld denizens, the Rabid Miners. We've got Warpstone Troll, Papa Pigeon Pitcher, nice. Danny Drillbit and Paulie Pickaxe, the Skaven Blitzers. Sean Shovelhead and Carl Canary Cage, the Throwers. Donald Dynamite and Fred Fusebox, the Linemen. Granite, Marble, Slate, and Sandstone, the Underworld Goblins. 3 team rerolls and an Apothecary. I think both this team and Gerber's team were the same, but Gerber can correct me if I am mistaken there. Though I think he'd gone for the exact same setup. And then we've got the second Norse team. Oh, again in pink. Wow. Magnus the Mad. Ah, Magnus K. Yes, okay. Magnus K, better known in Discord, is the coach here. The Howling Wargs. We've got a really weird Norse team. Okay, we've gone full positional 1 team reroll. That's bonkers or brave, one or the other. We've got Howling A&R, the Berserker, Bork Dark Eyes, the Berserker, Lupus and Grim, nice, the Ulfvareners, Rune the Berserker, the Ulfvarener, not the Berserker. Sorry, Lupus is the Yeti, Grim is an Ulf, and Rune is the Ulf. Tarle Lightning Theet, the Runner, and Egil the Swift is also a runner, and Olaf, Guttorm, Helge, and Thor are all linemen. You, sir, are bonkers. I don't know, chat, let me know what you think of this Norse team, but I think that's pretty crazy. And lastly then, we've got the second Orc team, Mad Males Orcs. Sorry, I ignored the motto. Good thing I did, it's called Bah, Mad Male. And again, we've got all of the coaches from Mad Academy. Cars, Poncho, Point, and Madness are all Black Orcs. Xon, Yep, Frog and Doom are all Blitzers, and Alethor, Ciso, and Godinier. Oh no, sorry, Alethor is the thrower, Ciso and Godinier are linemen. Okay, apparently orcs can be female too, and that's what a female orc looks like. There we go. We all learn things every day. And free team rerolls. So that's actually it for this division. Let's have a look to see, check in with chat. Dole should have, no, we've done that already. I feel like all orc teams should wear a red kit, it does make them go faster. Yeah, I agree actually, I can't make an orc team without making them red. Magnus K is in there, no, it was Mark Mail who was missing. Five Saurus, yeah, but yeah, you can, can't you? You can just replace the skink with a Saurus, that's what I thought too. I'm not going mad, okay, good to know. And have 20k in the bank, yeah. Maybe I missed Magnus K earlier, I think you covered 2 Norse already. Nope, don't think I did. I will check that after I finish the video though. 11 men Underworld, that is bold. Ah, you have no upper on the bench, yes, sorry, so your team is a little bit different. And Norse team is crazy, yes it is. And hence the name of the coach, Magnus the Mad. Yes, absolutely. Alright then, and we're on to the last division, I believe, with Division G. One thing I will say before I go into this is that I am in this game twice, so you all know. I have a second team here because we didn't have enough to fill in all of the slots. Let's just make sure I definitely have 6 teams in this division too. Yes, I do. Okay. I do plan to play this team. It is not an admin win team at all, but what I've said is that this team will not get into the finals no matter how well it does. So it's just basically a game to fill in the blank, and I will play it as if I was trying to win with them. Having said that, if you have a coach that you have in mind who can fill this last slot, I will happily give up this spot to them, but they will have to play one of the missing teams. So there's that. Alright then, in Division G as it stands then, we have the one and only Bretonnian team. We have a second Vampire team. I was going to go Goblins, but the other Goblin team is already in this division, so I went Vampires. We have the second Dark Elf team, the one and only Halfling team, one and only Goblin team, like I said, and the second Khemri team. So let's have a look at the Bretonnians. Led by Kakengrad, who I'm really excited to have here actually, because Kakengrad was doing a lot behind the scenes to help me out in the first Invitational, and he got no thanks, so thank you, Kakengrad. I'm saying it now, and I'm really glad to have you here for the second season. Prepare to Burt Edition. Cool, the bosses of Burt Soul. Brave man going Bretonnians, but somebody had to. 2 team rerolls, and we've gone for full positional startup, which I like with Bretonnians personally, but I know a lot of people prefer to have a little bit more safety with the extra reroll and some linemen. So we got Gravelord Berto, the Bertser, dancer of Bertiel Valley, and Knight Bertorius. I feel like I'm missing something there, but sure. They're the 4 Blitzers. Nameless Bert, Dragon Slayer Bertenstein, Exhibitionist Mo, and Champion Bertier are the blockers, and then Chaos Witch Bertlag, Pointiff Bertvane, and Black Dragon Bertameet, the linemen. So there we go. I would like to say it's a good-looking Bretonnian team, but there's no such thing as a good-looking Bretonnian team, so it is a Bretonnian team. Next up we got the Vamps, and I didn't actually look at this team again to make sure that I was happy with it, but fine, we've got what we've got here. I've gone for 4 rerolls, Apothecary, 3 Vampires apparently. Sure thing. And I haven't changed their names. I didn't actually make this team, to be fair, I just kind of chucked it together very quickly and then put it in the division. So I may remake the team, haven't decided. Though it's mostly on my second account and it's just there just in case. So I don't play too hard with these ones. But that's the Vamp team. They don't even count anyway. Then we've got Cowboys on the Sea, Tyledris. And here's Dark Elves. Again, we've gone for Witch Elf build. 3 Blitzers again. And 2 team rerolls. I think it's the same setup. So, Lexa the Witch Elf, Marcus Kane, Bellamy Blake, and Octavia Blake, the 3 Blitzers. Clark Griffin, Finn Collins, John Murphy, Raven Reyes, Echo, Monty Green, and Jasper Jordan the lineman. So, fairly standard Dark Elf team there. Both Dark Elf teams are fairly standard. Undo is the Dark Elf champion, of course, so it's anything he has to say on the matter is, of course, gospel, and I cannot refute it. And one of the teams I've been most looking forward to, the Half Blacks, which I love, by the way. Half Blacks is a fantastic idea. And Viking Cop, I'm not actually sure where you're from. Are you from this kind of area? Are you actually a New Zealander? Could be, I guess. And Hakahu is the team motto. Alright then, 2 team rerolls and Apothecary. Interesting straight away. Don't tend to go Apothecary early on with halflings, but why not? We've got lots of, rugby heroes here. Fantastic. So, General Lombu, the Treeman, Richie McCaw, also a Treeman, Colin Meads, Kevin Mialamu, Sean Fitzpatrick, Tony Woodcock, Dan Carter, Ian Jones, Man Manu, Kieran Reid, and Owen Franks are all halflings. As a Welsh rugby player myself, I can very much appreciate this team. So, thank you for adding this to our ranks. Still 100k in the bank, so he has gone for some things in club. Let's have a look. Of course he's gone for Nuffalauta. I would have been surprised if not, but I thought I'd check. And that's them. Then we've got Short and Sweet, the Goblins of Rylock. Wow, he's actually gone for full team value. That's a bit of a shock. But alright. 15 Goblin team. 15 Goblin team. That's a sentence now. No Pogoer, no Fanatic. Yes, Fanatic, no Bombardier. So, 3 team rerolls in the Apothecary. The Trolls, we got Pound Cake and Peach Cobbler. We got Ninja Bread the Loony. We got Flayin, Flaylin, the Fanatic. Shortbread, Ice Cream, Cream Brulee, Tiramisu, Carrot Cake, Key Lime Dye, Strawberry Shortcake, Lemon, Harangue, Cheese Break, Peanut Brittle, Smudge Brownie. What is it with the ICBBL admins and the teams based on cakes and pies? We had the Halflings last season and we've got the Goblins this season. I like it. I like it a lot. Ah, it's supposed to be flan. I see. So, yeah, that's a Goblin team. That's what that is. 15 rolls Apothecary. Madness, really. But sure. And lastly then, the Khemri man himself, Grey Fox and his Marak Marauders, and Maringon. All 4 Tomb Guards, of course, both Blitzrars for the rest skeletons. Gotta love some skeleton teams, eh? 2 team rerolls, and a fan factor. So, nope, I think these are cyanide-based names, so I will leave them as they are. That's the last team, so let's have a look at chat then after that little bit. So, Threats are too bad at low TV. I've seen people bring them to glory before. Yeah, they definitely can improve. No bench vamps, yes, I know. No Pogo for Gobbers is odd, and Apo and 50 men is overkill. I agree. Yeah, no bench vamps is mad, I know. I may change the team, to be honest. Like I said, I just threw it together, so I didn't think too hard about it. Almost definitely will drop at least 1 reroll, maybe the Apothecary, and add a couple more Frowls, but we'll decide closer to the time. Anyway, that's it for Division 2. That's how it looks. Please do let me know if you do have somebody to replace my vampire team. I would prefer not to use them. I mean, well, I don't really want 2 games a week. That's well, 2 games every 2 weeks, sorry. It's every 2 weeks for the round, of course, but I'd rather not have that, to be honest. So if you guys can save me the misery of losing the vampires, that'd be fantastic. Otherwise, that's it for the division. I'm really looking forward to this. I hope you guys are too. The first division was a fantastic success, I think. Still is a fantastic success. The final happening hopefully on Friday. I'll give you a time in Discord when I have it for sure. I'm going to take a quick break now, but I will be back with a fling mirror match in ICBBL a little bit later. So if you do want to see some fling things at flings, then come back and see me again. Thank you guys for watching. I'll leave it at that. Bye bye for now.